Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to elder apostles, a great millstone that taught me this truth. And blessings all you sincere laborers out there pushing this truth in all sincerity and faith and honesty. I'm that fellow servant Kanakala coming to you once again from GMS September 12th on Possible Service, St. Petersburg, Florida. And I'd like to thank Yahweh Shai for putting spirit on me to do another lesson. Now, this will just be a quick lesson. Posted here. This brother measures all the time diligently. Keeps putting up, videos, current events, within the, on his page, Spirit of Prophecy. And, this video I ran across right here, and that's why I titled this live feed, the masses of Americans will be caught in a snare. Alright, so they're going to be caught in a trap because, these Americans, everything that come on their TV screen, they believe. The masses, I wouldn't say all of them, but the masses of these people believe everything that comes on American TV. From, far as, international news, anything that comes on the TV, the masses of these Americans believe it. So they're going to be caught up in a snare because, when all hell break loose, and this complete anarchy in the streets of America, civil unrest, they're going to get swept away, man. When that great flood come through, sparing none. I'm going to let a little bit of this video play, and I'm going to get some precepts.
U.S. officials now say that Iran is responsible for the recent attacks on two key oil facilities in Saudi Arabia. This is despite the Houthis of Yemen actually claiming responsibility for this attack, saying it's retribution for Saudi Arabia's criminal activity in the region. RT's Caleb Maupin takes a closer look at these allegations by Washington.
Now, the Trump administration says that it knows for sure who is responsible for the recent attack on Saudi Arabian oil facilities. Well, kind of. Try and decode these recent statements from the president.
Mr. President, have you seen evidence, proof that Iran was behind the attack?
Well, it's looking that way. We'll have some pretty good, we're having some very strong studies done, but it's certainly looking that way at this moment, and we'll let you know. As soon as we find out definitively, we'll let you know, but it does look that way.
And then, just half a minute later.
You said that you think that Iran is responsible for the attack. Do you think that
I didn't say that. Why do you say that? I said that we think we know who it was, but I didn't say anybody.
Just crystal clear. No ambiguity there, huh? Well, on Saturday, U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo said that he was absolutely sure of who did it within hours of the attack.
We call on all nations to publicly and unequivocally condemn Iran's attacks. The United States will work with our partners and allies to ensure that energy markets remain well supplied and Iran is held accountable for its aggression.
So on Saturday, Iran absolutely did it. A few days later, we'll get back to you on that. Now, isn't it a little bit disturbing that the White House knows less about the attack as time goes on, not more? But we've been here before. On April 4th, 2017, there was a chemical incident in Syria. The next day, the White House was pointing fingers. Today.
Now, the point is, they saying Iran attacked the oil supply over there in Saudi Arabia, if I'm not mistaken. And and that's all that's all they got to put on your TV. They say Iran did this or Iran did that. We just had 9/11. They blamed it on Iraq. Saddam Hussein. And you Americans believe that. Oh, the plane, the jet fuel got so hot that it warped the metal, so on and so forth. And here it is now. Yeah, we believe Iran did it and they didn't. Anything that's being posted on your TV, you're gonna believe, man. And that's why the government, right, the government is gonna sweep this place clean, because you people just are sheeple, man. You believe everything that they put on your TV. Alright, so I got a quick precept real quick. This is Job 9:24. the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Alright, so the earth has been given to the hands of the wicked. Who is the wicked? Alright, these Edomites, man, so-called white people. They are the wicked of the Bible. Okay? And they're the ones going around saying that, demonizing everybody, but they're making everybody else the boogeyman, but painting themselves out to be the saints. Okay? Painting themselves out to be pure. Okay? That's why the majority of people, man, you're going to get caught up out here. Okay? Let me get a quick precept. It's Revelation chapter 13. I want 16. Because ultimately, when this chip is implemented, majority are gonna take it, man. Okay, even though the scriptures say this right here, is Revelation 13 and 16, and he calls all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their forehead it's like a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that have the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. And the mark of the beast is the RFID chip, alright? Radio frequency identification, which you are able to make purchases, buy, and sell with that chip. Okay, but as soon as the government tell you, this is what we need to do, alright, the masses of you people are gonna flow with it, man. Okay? Just carry it out with the wind, man. Instead of investigating this, instead of looking at alternative media, okay, you just go off of face value. Let a false flag, that's why when a major false flag happened, next major false flag happened, you people are going to be up in arms. You people are going to be terrorized. But you fail to realize that it's your own government, alright, causing these things, man. Okay? But we members of the elect, let me get that real quick. We members of the elect, man, we won't be caught up in this nonsense, man. This is 2 Corinthians 2 and 11. It says, lest Satan should get advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Okay? We're not ignorant of his devices. We know how this man operates. Because he doing the same thing to us right now. Alright? One more precept just came to mind here. Elect. This is Matthew's 24 and 24. For there shall arise false Christs and false prophets, and they shall show great signs and great wonders, and so much that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. Alright, so when the government comes out and say, oh, this is happening, that's popping off us, or this is terrorists, or whatever the case may be. Alright, we're not going to get caught up in that, man. But the majority of you Americans are. Okay?
Today's chemical attack in Syria against innocent people, including women and children, is reprehensible and cannot be ignored by the civilized world. These heinous actions by the Bashar al-Assad regime are a consequence of the past administration's weakness and irresolution.
The Syrian skyline was lit up with the fireworks of 59 cruise missiles. However, a year later, James Mattis, who was then the U.S. Secretary of Defense, says they really weren't sure who did it.
We have other reports from the battlefield from people who claim it's been used. We do not have evidence of it.
So, they had smoking gun evidence at first, but then they left it in the elevator, or they dropped it in the bus. I mean, these things happen, right? Remember back...
Alright, and that's what happened. And if I don't know if you can remember that, but Syrian chemical attacks. I don't know if you can remember that, but you look at some of these images, alright, and they said it was Syria. Look at some of these images. Little kids' eyes burning, can't breathe, people dying, You know, skin burning up, dead bodies everywhere. Okay? But then who they blame it on? They blame it on Syria. Then, as the video said, you know, they had no evidence. They're not for sure who did it. But here it is. You lit them up with all sorts of damn cruise missiles. Okay? For something that you didn't really have no evidence of, or something you didn't know who did it. You know? Look at these little kids laid out, man. Passed out. Crying. Gone, man. Okay? Well, laid out. Now, all, you know, these can all be dead bodies right here. Okay? They either be dead, but they're all probably dead, or they're passed out. But from the looks of it, they're probably dead. All right? I'm gonna go with they're dead, man. Look at the position, you know, they're in. They're probably dead. Those are all probably dead bodies. Okay? 500 people were poisoned in Syrian gas attack that killed 43 people. All right, but they blamed it, you know, they blamed it on Syria. Okay?
In February, when a humanitarian aid truck was burned on the border with Venezuela, Mike Pence, the U.S. Vice President, spoke up immediately, saying who was to blame.
The tyrant in Caracas danced as his henchmen murdered civilians and burned food and medicine heading to Venezuelans. Saturday was tragic for the families of those killed and suffering Venezuelans. But it was just one more day in Venezuela's journey from tyranny to freedom. Maduro must go.
Then a video emerged telling a completely different story, and it wasn't so cut and dry.
Maduro is responsible for creating the conditions of violence. His thugs denied the entry of tons of food and medicine, while thousands of courageous volunteers sought to safeguard and deliver aid to Venezuelan families.
Remember Saddam Hussein and his weapons of mass destruction, or should I say lack thereof? Well, they went ahead and bombed Iraq anyway, but they put on a show at the UN in the hopes of convincing the audience first.
Iraq declared 8,500 liters of anthrax, but UNSCOM estimates that Saddam Hussein could have produced 25,000 liters.
Whatever happened to the good old days of evidence, investigation, and solid proof? Now the rule seems to be act first, think later, and then justify your actions afterwards with 144 characters of tough talk on Twitter. Caleb Maupin, RT, New York.
And that's that, man. All right. So, you know, when this government get ready to make their next move, you know, the masses of you Americans are gonna get swept away, man. All right, and you're gonna believe some boogeyman from the Middle East did it. All right. But with that, man, you know, Lord willing, you edified. I'm gonna give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bashim Yahshai, Bashim Kakadash, double honor to the apostles, great millstone, taught me this truth. And blessings all you sincere labors out there pushing this truth in all sincerity and faith and honesty. Shalom.